Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the 7 defining attributes that make you special. Today, we will focus on strength. In the wasteland, essential supplies will be scarce. When an item of value is found, keep it close and away from bullies. The stronger you are, the more you can carry. Be sure to know your limits, or you may find it challenging to escape from hazardous scenarios, no matter how strong you are. There are other situations where you may find yourself in close proximity to unfriendly neighbors. For such cases, you must learn to defend yourself using your natural strength. Use anything sharp or sturdy enough to swing. Get creative with your implement, but stay reasonable and look for anything that can further enhance your innate vigor. The greater your strength, the greater the impact. But remember, some moments require more than muscle. Keep doing your chin-ups and push-ups because there's more strength can do for you. Swing for the fences like the pros, crafting specialized protective gear to keep, or building clever weapons to wield. Regularly study your Vault-Tec provided materials to prepare for survival. And to answer the question, do you know what makes you special?
Hey.
You're looking a bit on edge. helping the people one clip at a time.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
Hey,
I take requests.
take that weapon.
Bingo.
Hey,
Shoot.
grab that.
Good as done.
Heads up.
What you
Get
got?
that.
Seven p.m. here at Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
This is a Raiders pit?
Good. I prefer messy.
Get out.
Heads up.
Yeah?
See if she had anything.
Sure.
Looks like someone... We were coming.
Hey, see if she had anything.
You got it.
Hey,
Sure. Come on! You're dead. Hey, gotcha! You are really pissing me off!
hey,
Got my attention.
see if she had anything.
See him anywhere?
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all... Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Hey, I got something. That it?
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Hey,
I
take that
requests.
weapon.
It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there.
I'd do the same if I was in as much trouble as you.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Watch your step over here. Might end up looking like me.
It's 9 p.m. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Why don't you just die?
Hey, I got some.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Hey, go check that out.
Sure.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. This is Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. It's just past 10 p.m. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Hey.
Yeah?
Never ceases to amaze me what people throw away.
9 a.m. here at Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Hey,
Open for business. Betcha that's seen some fun. stay.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there. This is Radio Freedom. It's 10 a.m. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Anything you can do to bolster our defenses is great, but just having it there is all we need.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Anything I can do? You just say the word.
A.m. here at Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. This is Radio Freedom. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Gotta be
Exercise sucks.
real tough to survive out here. At least that's what worked for me.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
You watch my back, I'll watch yours.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the
I just
Commonwealth.
want to trade a few things.
All's
Go ahead.
quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
999 hours ago.
talk to me. It might attract someone's attention.
Beat it.
Excuse me.
If you don't live here, you ain't nobody. Got it?
Hey there. Lily told me how you helped her get that motor out of the plant for her. I ain't seen her this happy since Bob decided. Said you were pretty handy to dispatch some douchebags in the plant, too. Might have some paying jobs with someone like you soon.
Let's get down to business.
Sure thing.
Got any work?
Not right now, but I found an old instruction manual for the installation of a soda fountain that didn't make it here before the war. If it looks like something doable, I could use someone to go out into that goddamn hellhole and find me the parts. I'll let you know.
That's all for now, thanks.
Okay. Well, let me know if you change your mind.
I'm sorry, too many late-hour customers forced me into a business schedule. Catch me in my greenhouse during my business hours, 7 to 6.
Hey there.
You ain't gonna last once you leave the wall, so don't get chummy.
Excuse me.
What?
Hello there.
Hey there. Hey. Hi.
I'm sorry, too many late-hour customers forced me into a business schedule. Catch me in my greenhouse during my business hours, 7 to 6.
Well, ain't this a rare treat?
Sir, good day to you.
It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, too many late-hour customers forced me into a business schedule. Catch me in my greenhouse during my business hours, 7 to 6.
Sir? Hello there.
How's it hanging, bleacher creature?
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
Got any work?
Well, give me a little to get that motor hooked up and tested. I'll let you know if I need anything for it or something else pops up. I know that the doc, almost always has some weird sounding chemical she needs more of. Maybe check with her?
Heard any good rumors?
Bob couldn't keep the greenhouse from taking over the bleachers without Mendel. The vines grow so fast, they need to be cut back every month.
Don't need anything today.
Later on, then.
Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
there. Suit yourself.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. It's 9 p.m.
I wouldn't give for a flashlight.
All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Good day to you!
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Are you seeing this? Nowhere in the Commonwealth is this nice.
May I help you?
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Hello there!
Bye.
Sorry, my friend. Diner isn't open right now. Try tomorrow morning.
Good day to you!
Oh no, whatever it is, keep it to yourself.
Sorry, my friend.
Better that way.
Diner isn't open right now. Try tomorrow morning.
I'm sorry, too many late-hour customers forced me into a business schedule. Catch me in my greenhouse during my business hours, 7 to 6.
It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
I'm sorry, too many late-hour customers forced me into a business schedule. Catch me in my greenhouse during my business hours, 7 to 6.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Greetings. Damn, someone forgot to kick on the generators in here. May I help you?
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Hello there.
This is Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. It's 7 a.m. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
I'm sorry, too many late-hour customers forced me into a business schedule. Catch me in my greenhouse during my business hours, 7 to 6.
Hey there.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
Shoot.
Got any work?
Well, give me a little... I know that Barb... I'm sorry, I mean the Doc... almost always has...
Don't need anything.
Rock on.
Hello, stranger. Welcome.
Hey there.
Welcome back. Wait, you're not here because you're coughing up glowing mucus from inhaling my spores, are you?
Can I ask you some questions?
Depends on the question, I suppose. What did you want to know?
What's your take on Diamond City?
I love it here. I have a lab, a clean bed, a shower, and a suitor who cooks for me. Not many people can say that. I'm lucky. But something tells me you had something more specific in mind?
What's the security like around here?
I'll have to admit, they're not great at conversation, but the sheriff's department has kept us very safe since their inception. The sheriff is an outcast. She was raised by and to be one of the Brotherhood of Steel in the Capital Wasteland. Her unit abandoned them some time ago. I'm told she worked as a caravan guard after her unit was killed in the wastes. Time and circumstance brought her to us during an ambush on the city. She took the city's best guards and molded them into a remarkably effective urban combat team. They established a perimeter outside the wall and became known as the Fens Sheriff's Department, fueled primarily by whiskey and cigars. I sleep very well knowing her snipers dot the rooftops around Diamond City. They say even rats have a hard time entering the Fens alive.
What's the word around town?
Well, that's a bit complicated, but Piper would be the one to talk to. She's got her finger on the pulse of the city, so to speak. People are very worried about the Institute right now, and rightly so. It's very real, and so are the kidnappings. I've seen replicates myself. Mayor McDonough doesn't seem particularly interested in stopping the Institute either, which just adds to the paranoia he's one of them.
Heard any rumors about how folks are feeling around here?
I appreciate Myrna's caution, but at the same time, is her rampant paranoia about synth replacements giving the Institute exactly what it wants?
That's all for now, thanks. What is this place?
A greenhouse, a lab, a farm, a place to relax. It's a lot of things. You're gonna have to be more specific.
So, is this your life's work?
Every bit of it. I've got so much going on, I don't know where to start. And I never shut up about it, so ask at your own peril.
What are you trying to do?
My first projects under Dr. Pensky were to introduce bioluminescent substrate and enzyme marker genes from Vault Freezer luciferase plasmids. I cultivated them right outside the entrance to Vault 81, because space in our vault is at a premium, so using it to grow food is more important. They mutated so fast that they began to use the new genes in their own growth cycles as some sort of quorum activation signal. With sharp eyes, you could see their dim light pulse in sync with separate vines around them and release luminescent pollen together.
How did you know that?
The few samples I grew inside the vault didn't experience the same changes. They acted as I expected, stubborn to change. I hypothesized it was the ionizing background radiation outside the vault that accelerated their evolution. Later, I was to find some of those same vines outside the vault growing and feeding on mole rat carcasses, which made them grow even faster. Their tendrils would intertwine with each other and pass on the nutrition, like feeding a colony. It was amazing to watch. About that time, I had to leave Vault 81 to continue working with them. They simply grew too fast. It became more work to cut them back every week from outside the vault or Dr. Penske's greenhouse. Unfortunately, I could never reproduce what occurred in the fern flower, the wholesale assimilation of entire chromosomes and organ systems. That was until I tried my experiments on some vines growing over forest fungal blight I happened to be cultivating. That was my breakthrough.
How did you discover that?
I saw flower buds of different colors and species growing from the same vines. Here it was. The vine had adopted entire organ systems. Honestly, the blight discovery was serendipity. I got lucky. But chance favors the prepared mind, no? I hypothesized something in the blight is allowing for multiple nuclei to exist harmoniously in the same body, together but remaining apart. Part of a fungal life cycle involves such a phenomenon. Nuclei from separate organisms grow in the same fruiting body, even in the same cells. Yet, until the moment of recombination, they remain genetically separate in this same body. It's a strange system indeed. I'm currently testing various purified fractions of blight extract for the ability to catalyze the same sorts of events in my experiments. If I can isolate and purify the factor, we can give this ability to settlements even where blight doesn't grow.
That's amazing. Do you have any more details?
Oh, of course. I don't get to teach biology lessons very often. Dr. Penske always said, the best way to learn is to teach.
Biology lesson?
Yes, a biology lesson. I'm so glad you asked for one. Plants don't react to chromosomal aberrations the same way animals do. They're quite tolerant of them and can react in surprising ways. Take the fern flower, for instance. Before the war, a flowering fern didn't exist. A fern isn't an angiosperm. It evolved long before flowers. This massive level of genetic change in only 200 years required the radiation from the war to catalyze it. Furthermore, this genetic change cannot be achieved simply by a Hox gene activation, like restoring ancient genes for teeth in chickens. The fern evolved before flowers. There was no genetic information of the flowering life cycle in its genome to reactivate in the first place. Where did this information come from? The simplest explanation would be horizontal gene transfer, but that's too much genetic information. How did the fern then come to possess its flower? That's one of the questions I'm trying to answer.
How would something like that even work?
Given the high levels of ambient ionizing radiation in the world these days, I cannot rule out an entirely new mechanism for genetic recombination. I'm testing my new theory that perhaps there's yet another life cycle involved, that of a fungus. Fungal reproduction is very odd indeed. During sexual reproduction, the nuclei of two organisms share cells, nutrients, and grow in the same body. But they remain distinctly genetically separate until sporulation. They share the same body, but are two different genomes. I'm also trying to reproduce these sorts of gross changes in morphology, physiology, and life cycle in this greenhouse, with some success. I believe I'm harnessing that mechanism on my bioluminescent vines. As you can see, the same vines clearly display more than one species and color of flower. They're beautiful, but one day I hope to grow many types of food from a single vine. Food security for the Commonwealth is my real motivation.
Nice. That sounds pretty high-tech. I wanted to ask you about something else. It would be nice to know more about you.
Not much to tell. I'm from Vault 81, I love my work, and I use the emergency shower to stay clean. But what would you like to know?
How'd you end up here?
That's a long story. I'm a Vault 81 refugee, although I wasn't exactly fleeing anything. I was Dr. Penske's apprentice for many years. She's a formidable woman and taught me everything I know about botany and molecular biology. She respected my wishes to work on my own experiments and gave me as much space as she could in her greenhouse. But my vines grow too quickly, and it would only take a few weeks for a fully cut vine to cover a wall and grow right out of the room. As pretty as it was, the situation was untenable. I had to leave the vault to continue my work. Luckily, Dr. Pensky and Overseer McNamara see the value in my work and continue to provide facilities I don't have. The vault still has things like an autoclave, protein synthesizer, plasticware fabrication, seed stocks, and media ingredients you'd never find here.
That's all for now, thanks. What's the story with this place?
I helped build it, so I suppose I'm a good one to ask. What would you like to know?
I wanted to ask you about something. That's all for now, thanks.
That's a shame. My babbling about science is the stuff of legend in Vault 81.
I wanted to ask you about something else. Tell me about the Minutemen.
I like the idea of the Minutemen. From what I'm told, they were once a force to be reckoned with, and allied closely to Diamond City. Times are different now. They seem to be the punchline of a joke about what happens when you stick your neck out for the Commonwealth. I heard they were effectively wiped out in Quincy by the Gunners not long ago. A sad end, really. Good side does not always win, it seems.
What can you tell me about the Institute?
They make no sense, and that frightens me. What are they trying to do by replacing us? Surely they can march over this city with a robot army, but they just replace us with sterile copies that can snap at any second. I agree that McDonough is one of them, but why replace any of us at all? I can't extrapolate any sort of logic from synth replacements. Nobody benefits, opinion is only solidified against them, and no agenda is advanced. That's what truly scares me about the Institute. Stunning technology aside, I can't figure out their fundamental motivation. Both the sheriff and I spend long hours analyze... Apologies. You'll forgive me, but I shouldn't be talking about such things with outsiders, of course.
Who were the Brotherhood of Steel?
I've never met one. From what I'm told of their hierarchy in society, they must have a high coefficient of inbreeding. From what I know, they're little better than very successful gunners who sleep with their cousins and won't kill you if you give them what they want. The sheriff used to be one of them, but she went AWOL with her squad for reasons that aren't mine to discuss. She knows Latin, advanced military strategy, and has her finger on the pulse of her troops, making her a formidable commander. Brotherhood education has to be top-notch, if nothing else. But the tribalism they exhibit is antithetical to their stated purpose of saving humanity.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
11 a.m. here at Radio.
I don't have any more questions. What rumors have you heard?
Professor Scaris says she found plant genes in the synth genome, but I'm not convinced they're not highly conserved ancient genes. She is open with her research, but it's hard to check her data against genomic databases that were wiped out 200 years ago.
What rumors have you heard?
Do you hear the crickets?
Any good gossip flying around?
I like laying in the greenhouse hammock during thunderstorms. You can almost forget what a horrible waste this planet became on some nights.
Any good gossip flying around?
Have you noticed there aren't enough kids in Diamond City to sustain the population? People better get busy or there's gonna be problems soon.
What rumors have you heard?
Have you seen Lily's murals? She's a very talented artist. I really look forward to what she comes up with each time.
Any good gossip flying around?
Mr. Dr. Pepper put up all those Nuka mix lights in the hallways outside and in the outfield. He's crude, but I have to admit, he knows interior decor.
Any good gossip flying around?
I can see why Piper thinks McDonough is a simp. Actions speak louder than words, and he's all words. Anyone that incompetent is either a hostile operative or is a jet junkie, and I don't see him moving particularly fast. If he doesn't change, more of us are going to go over to Piper's way of thinking. At least she does something.
What rumors have you heard?
An odd man came into the diner the other week. He claimed some invisible barrier was keeping him from leaving the Boston area. How strange. He said he would see the words, "You cannot go that way," before his eyes, and then could go no further. I assumed he was on Day Tripper.
Any good gossip flying around?
I'm not sure I agree with the rationale behind leaving Dick on display in the Fenn's Sheriff's Department entrance, but he gets attention. You can't argue with results.
Let's get down to business.
You get right to the point, don't you? Okay then, let's try to come to some sort of agreement.
Got any work?
I heard about Lily stomping her power armor through the bleachers with a motorcycle engine strapped to it. Was it you that helped her? This structure wasn't originally a greenhouse. In fact, the entire second story was collapsed in on the first. There was no actual second floor left. Mr. Dr. Pepper gathered his friends, and together we filled the entire first floor with soil from under the stadium foundation. The soil you're standing on goes all the way down to street level. You're in what is effectively a giant glass-covered flower pot. However, soil quality was very poor, and incapable of sustaining the heavy turnover of carbon-fixed materials in the greenhouse today. I've been working with materials from Vault 81, Brahmin dung, and standard fertilizer, but I really need industrial-strength soil interventions. That's where you come in. Are you up to hunting down large quantities of pre-war chemicals?
I'll help if I can.
That's wonderful news. I need you to find as much urea as possible to replenish the nitrogen content of my soil. It's big, heavy, and usually stored dry. Make sure you have enough space to carry it back when you find it. You should start your search in any chemical plants and warehouses, or even farms, particularly high production or poor soil quality farms.
Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Things look like they're full of bombs.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
We're sucking down a lot of rats in this place.
Hello. Sir.
It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Lock's really strong.
What's this hiding? Not getting in here.
AM here at Radio Freedom. Hope you're listening from a safe place. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Can't fault them for wanting to carve out a life of their own. That life probably should have involved a bigger wall. This is Radio Freedom. It's 10 a.m. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
Sir?
I don't know, Babs. I don't see it anywhere in here. You sure you didn't leave it in one of the other corners?
Yes, it's gotta be in here somewhere. Just keep looking. I swear sometimes these vines grow too fast to keep up.
I am looking, sis. And this is the second time this month this has happened.
What is this place?
You gotta learn to keep better track of these things.
Did you try between the brain fungus and the blight over there on the left? There's a place on the rocks I usually put the supplements.
You check it. I ain't getting nowhere near that creepy glowing green brain of yours. Ugh. I swear that thing's looking at me.
It can't hurt you, Lily. It's just a highly evolved species of Gyromitra esculenta that coordinates supplement distribution in the greenhouse. Oh, you know what? Come to think of it, there was a ring on it. Look for the reflection of the luminescence off the metal.
Supplements. Right. You know how messed up this is? I swear, Bob, the next time you lose a glow-in-one body part in one of your plants, you're on your own. I don't care how smelly it's gonna get.
I know I left it down here somewhere.
Natural in my experience.
Hi.
You're back. Can I safely assume that large, pre-war drum you brought with you is the urea I asked for?
Here it is.
Excellent. This is integral to proper conditioning of the soil. Here's your payment. I still have more work if you're interested. Oh, Lily, one last thing before you go. I got word of another chemical supply, and I need someone with some experience to get it for me. Lenny said he came across some anhydrous ammonia while picking through Cambridge Mass Chemical, in the loading bay. This is an important one, that's why I'm asking you. My plants go through a lot of nitrogen, and this would take care of them for over a year. It's going to be liquid, and you don't want to spill it on yourself. I don't know how big or what shape the tank will be, though.
Lenny, huh? He's probably sold that tip to 5 other people by now. That guy's slimier than a bog ghoul.
Yeah, undoubtedly. It wouldn't be the first time you met another courier at the same hall, both working on the same tip from Lenny. But we've never had problems with batch chemicals. I can't imagine there's that many people interested in anhydrous ammonia. Well, maybe extra smart raiders making chems, but Lenny isn't exactly brave enough to deal with that sort. He's afraid of Mr. Sphincter, after all.
I'd ask you what it does, but I can barely pronounce it. Cambridge, huh? Yeah, that's not far. I can go scout it out first, see what I'm dealing with. It'll be easier than lugging a Brahmin or my power armor all the way over there. Sure, I can handle it. After I do a favor for Rizzo. He got a message to me through Lucas. Said something about dogs needing cats? It was hard to understand. You know how Adam cats talk.
Yes, of course. A few days doesn't matter. So Rizzo needs a favor, huh? He's got you wrapped around his little finger.
Hey now, that's my man you're talking about. Nobody disrespects him. Except me. And only to you. We don't see each other as often as we'd like since I moved back here. Now it's just when I do power armor runs for the sheriff every couple of weeks.
I'm just teasing you, Lily. Of course you should go see what Rizzo needs. They're all the way out in the middle of nowhere by themselves. You can't just choose who you love. You could be wrapped around the finger of a jerk, but you've at least got Rizzo. There are lots of girls in Diamond City who would walk over coals to call him theirs, but he's yours. Oh, speaking of Adam Cat desirables, Lenny said to tell you he saw a motorcycle in the loading bay at Mass Chemical, too.
Another bike? Hot damn! That's 2 back-to-back. I mean, yeah, this won't be new, but if it's intact, there's some good pickings. Well, now I'm gonna have to go check out what Rizzo wants extra fast, so I can get over there and strip down that bike. And I know just the person to help me. What do you say? Want to come with me to make some caps and meet some of the coolest customers in the Commonwealth?
Depends. I need more details.
Sorry, I don't have any more info than that.
Uh-huh. I'd be glad to help if I can.
Awesome! You get to meet the gang, you know. I'm gonna go get my gear together. Come see me at my room when you're ready. Oh, and Babs?
It's 12 noon. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts. You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Hi. Hey.
I'm sorry. Too many late-hour customers forced me into a business schedule. Catch me in my greenhouse during my business hours, 7 to 6.
How's it going? We got some delicious honey and mead right here.
Let's get down to business.
Sure thing.
Sure. What have you got for sale?
Gold is...